Hi guys, another impromptu video, and I promise I will get back to the alignment video here real shortly. In fact, I might go ahead and make another one tonight along with this one. Anyway, this is going to be kind of a quickie. This is going to be labeled help, and the main reason is I've been doing a lot of research trying to figure out this power supply, more or less who made it. Now, I've got some pictures, but I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got so far. I should have left it all together. I've got pictures of part of it together. First and foremost is this. Here's a transformer. It has its own separate plug. This was for the heater or filament voltages. You have 5 volts, 2.5, and 1.5. Dual chokes and another can like this, which is out in the garage because I was in the process of trying to get the caps out of it. But there was 5 caps inside, probably ranging somewhere probably about 1 microfarad up to 4 microfarad. Primary power transformer, again with its own separate power supply. The wiring was destroyed on it, I mean pretty deteriorated, so I tore into it and put some new wires on it. There's only 3 wires coming out on the secondary, and the reason is the socket for the rectifier has only got 3 wires going to it, and the purpose for that is it's what they call a cold cathode rectifier. Most likely a type BH, which was an early type. They're kind of similar to, I think it's an OZ4 and OZ3, which are octal based. Basically has no heater. You feed into the plates your high voltage, and then the cathode takes off the B+. And it operates by inert gas inside it, ionized gas. The only information I have on it, which is this fits over top here, is that it's a model 504. Now, it had a very early speaker in the cabinet with it, and this is a reed type speaker, meaning that it's got a reed that goes through, permanent magnet, with a capacitor pack hooked to it, and then this hooks into your radio with a little push down like you would have on an Atwater Kent, similar as well as their antenna terminals. They just fit in. You push down a little pin and then they fit in. Speaker cone's in bad shape, but that's not a real big issue. In fact, I'm planning on using this to power this, so it's already got a speaker. These 2 guys plugged into this, which somebody put a 20 amp fuse in, which I think is a little heavy, and then it had its own little switch, a push button switch. Now you got your twisted pair wiring, which is very early and actually in good shape, and the switch does work. These guys here, as well as the capacitor pack, all fit on this plate here. The rectifier fit here, and then you had this holding them down. You'd have 3 resistors there for your dropping voltage to get your different B pluses, and then you just clip them in. Now, like I said, I got some pictures of it a little more together, and let's see if I can hold this thing steady. This is one picture, a little better shot in the sides and the top, and another direction. And this is the cabinet that it's set in. And I've got all the pieces to it, but it's in pretty dire straits. I have no idea what this is. I cannot. I've been thumbing through writers, been doing Google searches for the last 2 days. Yeah, I find stuff that's close, but nothing similar to this. And I'm not sure. I think it was really more a power pack per se, or power supply, as opposed to bee eliminator, or battery eliminator, because most battery eliminators actually were kind of universal, and they had their they may have a couple resistors, but they also had rheostats, and this does not have a rheostat. So I think it was made originally for a particular radio. Of course, obviously the tuner unit section would have been in probably a separate cabinet, and then you had this cabinet here with, like I say, a mid-20s style speaker, and so I would assume this is from like the mid-20s, and you would just, hook your wires up to it, and then you'd turn on your radio this way with the switch. Now there's no C voltage, which is meaningless anyway, because it could have been just self-biased. So the only thing they would need is A and their various B voltages. So if any of you have even the foggiest idea, or have ever seen anything similar to this or anything else, it would be greatly appreciated, because I have no resistors. I mean, I can figure it up, and I probably will have to anyway, because I'm not even sure what they were supplying and what voltages they intended. So that's not a real big problem, but if nothing else, just for the information's sake of it, to know roughly what on earth it is. So anyway, that's where I'm at. We're continuing shining and cleaning, and like I said, I'll try to get to making a video tonight to try to hopefully finish up the alignment video series, and then we can get right on to fully onto working on this. And I know there's some that are really interested in seeing this thing come together. So and then I got to clean this thing up and figure out exactly how I'm on methods of mounting. I mean, it's not that big deal to mount it, but I may put it back on its base board, the bottom board that had fell out of this and had held most of this on, and then put little feet on it and just set it in the cabinet, because the radio and everything else just sits in there. I'm not sure yet. So anyway, if you got any ideas, I appreciate any information you got. It beats the heck out of just going through and just looking at schematics. I've looked at schematics so much today that I'm tired of looking at schematics. My brain is about fried. So hey, thanks for your wonderful comments on the last video, and yeah, I know what it's like to blush a little, but you guys deserved it. You really do. And so anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for your comments, and thanks to the new subscribers, and we'll get finishing up on the alignment videos and right on into the Atwater Kent. So see you on the next video. Goodbye.